You've got mail, I've got answers. This is the OutKick Daily Mailbag. Anonymous writes, I have a question about conference-affiliated officiating. In every conference, you always hear the adage that the referees, quote, protected the highly ranked teams, and it often seems to hold true. What no one ever points out is that officials are employed and paid by each conference. The conferences have financial interest in the outcome of the game. It's an inherent conflict of interest. The NCAA should employ all the officials and let them serve regionally instead of by conference to avoid it. What do you think? It's a clear conflict. And let me give you a couple of examples here. The ACC needs Clemson to beat Notre Dame because they get two teams in, which is worth tens of millions of dollars more in the college football playoff than one would. The SEC would be better off if Florida beat Alabama, presuming that both teams are in Atlanta with Alabama at 10-0 and Florida at 9-1. And certainly in the Big Ten would be better off if Ohio State beats Northwestern as opposed to Northwestern beating Ohio State, since the Big Ten has tens of millions of dollars potentially at stake over Ohio State making the playoff. Now, the best way to ensure that the fix isn't in is to have as many people watching the games as possible. But one of the rules of being a lawyer is it's not just impropriety that raises issues. It's the appearance of impropriety, since it can serve as a noxious weed to lead to less confidence and less belief in the honesty of a legitimate outcome. So you don't just have to worry about impropriety, you have to worry about the appearance of impropriety. So how does this get solved? It's a fascinating question. I don't think the answer is with NCAA affiliated officials because there's a wide variety of overall talent among the officiating crews. For instance, the SEC, I think most of you would agree, is better than the Pac-12. So if the SEC allowed regional officials, their belief, for instance, would be that the overall quality of the officiating in their games would go down. I think one way to potentially solve this would be to have non-affiliated with the conference officials for the league title game. Rotate them so that you don't have that appearance of impropriety, but I think it's certainly a story worth paying attention to, and with gambling rising as an issue, I think officiating errors are going to come even more under attention because an officiating error can impact the over-under and also the point spread in a big way, the likes of which may not even directly implicate the outcome of the game. Officiating is under a microscope like never before. It's a smart question. It's a good question. And I think it's certainly worth keeping tabs on this coming conference championship weekend when the ACC, the SEC, and the Big Ten will have tens of millions of dollars at stake, and there's a definite outcome, Clemson winning, Florida winning, Ohio State winning, that aids in the overall amount of money that could be available to the conference in a COVID-wrecked economy.